Welcome back to the deep dive. We're always trying to cut through all that noise out there and really pull out the gems, things that shift your perspective. And today, we're tackling a big one, the ultimate guide to health and fitness. But look, we're not just rehashing the basics.
No, definitely not.
We've dug into some really interesting source material, found some surprising angles, things we think you'll actually find useful.
Yeah, our mission here is really to get past those common assumptions, give you a really solid, actionable picture of health and fitness. We want to unpack the core idea, sure, but also those links, those practical steps that jump out from the sources so you walk away with something you can actually use.
Okay, so kicking things off, let's talk definition. What is health? I think most people just think, okay, I'm not coughing, I'm good.
Right, the absence of sickness.
Yeah, but the sources, they point to the World Health Organization definition, and it's much bigger. A state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being, not merely the absence of disease.
Exactly. Complete well-being, physical, mental, and social.
That really broadens things out, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's not just about what's not wrong.
Precisely. And fitness ties right into that. It's not just, about gym selfies. The sources define it as the ability to perform daily physical activities with ease and minimal fatigue.
Ease and minimal fatigue. I like that. So it's about daily life.
It's about your quality of life, yeah. And it involves key things like cardiovascular endurance, muscle strength, flexibility, body composition, stuff we'll dig into. They're all connected.
Okay, so we have this bigger picture of health and fitness fitting into daily life. Where do we start building that? Let's unpack those pieces of physical fitness. Maybe, think about where you feel you're doing okay, or maybe where there's a gap.
Good idea. So the source material breaks it down into 5 core components. Understanding each one is pretty key.
Okay.
First, there's cardiovascular endurance. That's basically how well your heart and lungs deliver oxygen when you're doing something sustained. Think running, swimming, cycling.
Right, keeping going.
Yeah, your body's engine. Then muscular strength. That's the absolute max force your muscles can put out. Not just lifting weights, but like carrying heavy groceries, opening a jar.
Everyday stuff.
Then related is muscular endurance. That's how long a muscle can keep working without getting tired, holding a plank, doing lots of push-ups, that sort of thing.
Okay. Endurance versus max strength. Got it.
Exactly. Next up, flexibility. This is the range of motion you have at your joints. People often sideline this one, but it's huge for avoiding injuries, staying agile, being able to tie your shoes easily as you get older.
Yeah, definitely feel that one sometimes.
We all do. And finally, body composition. This is about the proportion of fat versus non-fat stuff in your body, muscle, bone, organs.
So not just the number on the scale.
Not at all.
Yeah.
This often tells you much more about your metabolic health than just weight alone. It's a better indicator.
That's a really important distinction. Rethinking what weight loss even means. Okay, so we have the physical building blocks, but what about the fuel? How do we power all this? And what about the mind stuff, the social side? That seems huge too.
You're absolutely right. Fueling is foundational. Our sources talk about healthy nutrition basics, emphasizing both macros and micros.
Macros, carbs, protein, fat.
Yep. But it's not just about hitting numbers, it's the quality and balance. So carbs are your main energy, sure, but are they whole grains giving you steady energy or sugar causing a crash?
Right. Big difference.
Huge. Same with protein needed for repair. Muscle growth, best to spread it out. And healthy fats, avocados, nuts, fish vital for hormones, brain health, they're not the enemy.
So it's nuanced, not just carbs bad, protein good.
Definitely not. And then you have the micronutrients, vitamins, minerals. These are like the spark plugs. They run everything behind the scenes. Immune system, skin, bones, brain.
The unsung heroes.
Totally. Like the source mentions vitamin D crucial for mood, bones, especially if you don't get much sun. Even small deficiencies in these micros can mess with your energy, your overall feeling of well-being.
Wow. And speaking of vital, but maybe overlooked, hydration comes up a lot.
Oh, absolutely critical. The stat is something like 60–70% of the human body is water. It's involved in pretty much everything.
Like what? Beyond just thirst?
Well, digestion, moving nutrients around, getting rid of waste, regulating your temperature, even keeping your joints lubricated. And get this, even mild dehydration can tank your focus and mood, not just your physical performance.
Okay, mental note. Drink more water.
Always a good idea. For practical eating, the source suggests a simple balanced plate guide. Super easy to visualize.
Lay it on me.
Half your plate, veggies and fruit, load it up, then a quarter lean protein, and the last quarter, whole grains. Add some healthy fats in there, maybe avocado or nuts, and definitely have water with your meal.
Half veggies, fruit, quarter protein, quarter whole grains, plus fats and water. Simple. I like it. Okay, that covers fuel. But what about the headspace? Mental and emotional health often feels like the first casualty when life gets busy.
It often is, but the impact is massive. The source highlights specific practices, stress management, for instance, things like meditation, deep breathing, journaling. They aren't just fluffy stuff. They literally lower cortisol.
The stress hormone, right?
Yeah. And high cortisol contributes to inflammation, chronic diseases.
Yeah.
Then sleep. Non-negotiable. That 7 to 9 hours recommendation, it's when your brain cleans house, locks in memories, regulates appetite hormones.
So skimping on sleep could undo gym efforts.
Absolutely. It throws your whole system off. And mindfulness, just being present, it actually helps rewire your brain to be less anxious, more focused. But here's a really fascinating bit. Social health.
How does that fit in?
The source says supportive relationships boost both mental and immune health.
Immune health.
Yeah. Good social connections seem to lower chronic inflammation, maybe even make you more resistant to getting sick. It's wild.
That is wild. The idea that your friendships could literally strengthen your immune system.
Yeah.
It really connects everything, doesn't it? Truly holistic. Yeah. Okay, let's shift gears to movement itself. We know it's good, but the source breaks down different types of exercise. As we go through these, maybe think about what clicks for you, what actually sounds, maybe even fun.
Good way to think about it. So first, aerobic or cardio. Jogging, swimming, dancing, Zumba. This really strengthens your heart muscle, makes it more efficient, lowers heart disease risk long term.
Okay, Heart Health Central.
Definitely. Then anaerobic exercise. Short, intense bursts. Think sprinting, heavy lifting. This builds power, those fast-twitch muscle fibers. Important for explosive movements and just staying functionally strong.
Power versus endurance.
Yeah, exactly. Then strength training. Absolutely fundamental. It stops you from losing muscle as you age, and crucially, it increases metabolism. Muscle burns more calories at rest than fat does.
The metabolism boost. That's key. So weights, resistance bands.
Yep. Then flexibility and balance. Yoga, Tai Chi, Pilates. This isn't just about touching your toes. It improves joint health, posture, reduces injury risk, and can even sharpen your mind through better body awareness.
Body awareness.
Yeah.
Interesting link.
Yeah, proprioception. And finally, functional training. Exercises that mimic real life. Squats, lunges, carrying awkward objects like kettlebells. This makes you better at living, basically. Moving efficiently day to day.
Makes sense. Train for life, not just the gym.
Precisely. And the impact of all this on the body is profound, way beyond how you look. Your heart gets more efficient, lower blood pressure, better circulation, less disease risk. Your brain releases endorphins, sure, but also chemicals that boost memory, focus, and fight depression and anxiety. It's like natural medicine.
Natural medicine, I like that.
Your bones get denser with weight-bearing exercise, fighting off osteoporosis. Your muscles give you better posture, more strength, and that metabolism boost we talked about. And your immune system. Moderate, regular exercise actually strengthens it, makes it better at fighting things off. But, and this is important.
Oh, what catch?
A crucial caveat from the source. Overtraining, though, can weaken immunity. Going too hard, too often, without recovery, that can actually make you more likely to get sick.
Wow. So more isn't always better. It's about that sweet spot. That's a really valuable point.
It really is. Balance is key.
Yeah.
Because when you neglect this stuff, the risks pile up. The sources are clear.
What kind of risks are we talking?
Well, higher chances of obesity, leading to things like type 2 diabetes, high cholesterol, metabolic diseases, big increase in heart disease, and stroke risks.
Still huge killers.
Absolutely. Then mental health decline, more anxiety, depression, lots of joint and back pain, often from weak muscles or imbalances. And ultimately, a shortened lifespan and just a poorer quality of life, less ability to do the things you enjoy.
Okay, that's sobering. But hearing the risks can be paralyzing too. Which brings us to something really useful. Busting some myths. There are so many misconceptions that stop people, right?
Oh, absolutely. Let's clear some of those up. Myth number 1. You need to work out 2 hours a day.
Yeah, who has time for that?
Exactly. The reality, according to the sources, 30 minutes daily is effective. Consistency and making that 30 minutes count is way better than trying for unsustainable marathon sessions.
Okay, 30 minutes, manageable. Myth 2.
No pain, no gain. That old chestnut.
Right. Gotta hurt to work.
Nope. The truth. Soreness does not equal results. Sure, a little muscle soreness can happen, but real pain. That's often a warning sign, not proof of progress.
Good to know. What else?
This one is up a lot. Lifting weights makes you bulky, especially a concern for women sometimes.
Right. Fear of turning into the Hulk.
Yeah, but the reality, not true for most people. Getting really bulky takes very specific, intense training and usually a specific diet, plus hormonal factors. Most people just get stronger and leaner.
Okay, myth busted. One more.
The big one. Carbs make you fat.
Ah, yes, the carb phobia.
It's everywhere. But the reality is simple. Overeating any food causes weight gain. Complex carbs are vital fuel. It's about the total calories and the type of carb, not carbs themselves being inherently fattening.
That feels so liberating. Just cutting through those fears makes it seem much more doable, doesn't it? Takes away the excuses, maybe. Okay, so we know why health matters, what it involves, and we've busted some myths. Now for the really practical part. How do we actually do this? How do we set goals that work?
Right, the how. The sources really champion the SMART goals framework. You've probably heard of it.
Vaguely. Specific, measurable.
Exactly. Specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and time-bound. It turns a fuzzy wish into a concrete plan.
Okay, give me an example.
Instead of, I want to lose weight, a SMART goal is. Specific, I want to lose 5 kilograms. Measurable, I'll weigh myself weekly. Achievable, aiming for 0.5 to 1 kilograms per week, which is healthy. Realistic, I'll combine diet changes and exercise. And time-bound by September 1st. See, much clearer.
Yeah, that feels way more concrete. You know exactly what you're aiming for and how you'll track it. What about tools? The sources mentioned tools and trackers. Are they actually helpful?
They can be, definitely. They provide data and accountability. Think fitness apps like MyFitnessPal for food logging, Fitbit, or Nike Training Club for workouts.
Wearables, too?
Yeah.
Smartwatches?
Yep, smartwatches, heart rate monitors. They give you real-time feedback on activity, sleep. You start seeing patterns. Even just a simple journal can be powerful. Log food, workouts, but also mood, energy. You connect the dots. And online coaches can offer that personalized guidance and accountability layer, which helps some people a lot.
Okay. And for someone just starting out, feeling maybe a bit intimidated, is there like a gentle ramp up?
Absolutely. The source offers a great beginner-friendly guide. It's all about gradual steps. Week 1 to 2, just walk 20 minutes daily, stretch 5 minutes morning and night, build the habit.
Okay, doable.
Week 3 to 4, add maybe 2 days of simple bodyweight strength squats, push-ups against a wall, add 10 minutes of cardio. You enjoy dancing, cycling. Keep it light.
Still manageable.
Then week 5 onwards. Gradually build towards that general guideline of 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week. Mix it up. Cardio, strength, flexibility. Listen to your body. Consistency over intensity, especially at first.
Consistency over intensity, I like that. Yeah. But motivation, that's the big hurdle for many, right? Yeah. How do you keep going? Any motivation tips from the source?
Yeah, several good ones. First, find activities you actually think are fun. Dance, sports, hiking, group classes. If you enjoy it, you'll stick with it.
Makes sense.
Second, the buddy system. Having someone to meet or just check in with makes a huge difference for accountability.
Definitely. Peer pressure in a good way.
Kind of. Third, set small weekly goals. Achievable wins build momentum. Fourth, track your progress visually, photos, measurements, journaling how you feel. Seeing improvement is motivating.
Right, tangible results.
And fifth, reward yourself for hitting milestones. But the source adds a key warning.
Uh-oh. Don't reward yourself with a giant pizza.
Exactly. Not with junk food. Reward yourself with something else you enjoy. A massage, new workout gear, a book, an experience. Reinforce the healthy behavior.
Smart. Non-food rewards. Okay. Before we wrap up, this may be interesting to quickly touch on those global fitness trends mentioned.
Yeah.
This shows how things evolve, right?
Yeah, it's dynamic. Big things now are wearable tech getting smarter, tons of online training options, that mind-body fusion thing like yoga mixed with strength and mindfulness. Also, short workouts are huge. HIIT, Tabata, those 10, 15-minute blasts. People are busy. And lots of focus on functional training, making you move better in everyday life.
Yeah, fitness meeting real life.
Oh.
Cool. Wow, okay. We have covered a lot of ground today. We started with that bigger holistic view of health, physical, mental, social well-being. Then we broke down fitness into its parts, talked about fuel, the right kinds of macros, micros, hydration.
The balance plate. Yeah.
Right. Explored mental, emotional, even social health links. Dived into different exercise types and their systemic effects. Busted some big myths.
Hopefully cleared some hurdles there.
Yeah. And finally, got really practical with SMART goals, beginner steps, and staying motivated. The goal really was to give you that informed shortcut through all the clutter.
And the takeaway really is that health and fitness isn't some finish line you cross. It's an ongoing journey, right? It's about informed self-care, adapting as you go. Understanding the why helps you make choices that actually stick because they feel right for you.
Beautiful.